Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another anime review, talking about the final episode of the Black Clover anime, episode 170, as well as some final thoughts and predictions on the series in general. And I gotta say, for the past 15 episodes, shit has gotten real, and, our heroes are pretty much done. I mean, my god, how are they gonna recover from this? They've gone up and lost to the Dark Triad, the Zogratis siblings, Dante, Xenon, and Vanica. Which I'd mentioned in my last review that Dante was sort of portrayed as the leader, like in all the scenes you've seen when they're all sitting, conspiring together. He's sitting at the head of the table and he's wearing a crown, but he was close to being defeated by the Black Bulls, particularly Yami and Asta, before Xenon appeared and basically saved him. So I don't know, I'm going to have to read the manga once this is all said and done and find out how the series progresses and if Xenon's really in charge. I don't think Vanica is, but you can make the case it's either Xenon or Dante. And just Dante's voice, man. I already mentioned that by Patrick Seitz. He's a great voice actor, man. So crazy shit went down, and Xenon has the bodies of both William Vengeance and Yami Tsukihiro, which they're going to use to form the Tree of Qliphoth and open the gates of the underworld, letting all the devils roam free on Earth. And mind you, they also possess devils. We have Xenon, he has Beelzebub. You have Vanica with Mergicula. And you have Dante with Lucifero, which I would think Lucifero is probably the most powerful of the devils because it's fucking Lucifer, right? So like I said, I have to look into Tabata and like demonology and the religious stuff to see how accurate all this is. But the Tree of Qliphoth is sort of like the Tree of Life inverted, which is pretty crazy. But anyway, so we were also introduced to Noct, the vice captain of the Black Bulls, who has been not in hiding, but spying on the Spade Kingdom. He's infiltrated the Spade Kingdom. He uses shadow magic, and he also possesses 4 devils. And they sort of appear as little familiars for him. And they had a captain's meeting, basically deciding as to who is going to, invade the Spade Kingdom and how they're going to do it. And it ended with him taking Asta to do a devil binding ritual for him to face his devil once and for all and to win him as a true companion. Because in the battle against Dante, Asta wasn't strong enough and ended up giving his arm, trading his arm to the devil to gain more strength. And now Asta is missing an arm because the devil has it. So episode 170 starts with a backstory about Asta's devil, Liebe. And this is him right here. And it starts with Liebe as a little boy. Let me see if I can find a picture of him like that right here. He's just a little guy. And he's a devil who possesses no magic power whatsoever, similar to Asta, and is being bullied by all the devils in hell. And what happens is they just beat the ever-living shit out of him. Also, he's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, which is the voice actor of Kirito from Sword Art Online, as well as Law from Tales of Arise, which I thought that was cool. But they beat the ever-living shit out of the kid, and he's having a monologue in his head like, I hope I die. And the devil who's beating the shit out of him throws him to hit the wall of the underworld, hopefully to make him go splat. But because he possesses 0 magic, he makes his way into the human world. And he's all bloodied and bruised in this town and getting beat up by the townsfolk when a woman comes to rescue him. Lichte. They call her Brichta here, but really it's Lichte. And look at her. Does she look familiar? So she rescues him and cares for him. And basically we get a little flashback scene. Also, I should note this. For the last opening number 13, there's a woman that you see at the very end of the opening in that pose. But from the first episode of when the opening starts is very blurry until this episode where you see her clear as day. So this woman is caring for Liebe, and basically, you see Liebe in clothes here, gives him clothes, says that, it's her adopted son, and is caring for the kid. And, we get these really touching moments. It's like, I was fucking crying watching this episode, man. I really was. And, we learn that she lost her child because she has a magic that basically saps the magical energy out of people. So she was afraid, this is a bit of a plot hole, but I don't know, it might get resolved in the manga. But basically her son is Asta, okay? And she leaves the kid at the doorstep of Hajj village because she's afraid that she's going to sap the magical energy from the child, but isn't sapping the magical energy from Liebe, because Liebe has no magic. Which, if the kid was an infant, how she got sapping the magical energy from Asta. But it's a really heart-wrenching moment where she leaves the kid there, and they're just going about their business, when all of a sudden Liebe is getting like the spirit infecting him, and it's the spirit of Lucifero. And Lucifero is, going to take the little imp for himself, and this really heartbreaking moment where Lichte, excuse me, I'm reading that right there, but in the anime they call her Lichte. She grabs a hold of him, draining the magical energy from Lucifero, saying, "You won't take away my son, not this one!" And just like a fucking heart-wrenching moment, and then Lucifero sticks his arm, stabs her right through the stomach, and murders her right in front of Liebe. And it's such a heartbreaking moment, so tragic. Because just in her mannerisms, you see her right here, it's Asta'S mother, okay? Look at her. She got the eyes, she's got the hair. I mean, my God, she is like, oh, so sad that she died, man. We saw her for one episode, and it's like I was fucking crying watching that. Oh my God. So, what happens is with her dying wish here, you see she was stabbed through the chest. Because Lucifero is there, there's a grimoire there. She puts Liebe into the grimoire, the 5-leaf grimoire, which eventually becomes Asta's, and says, "This is how I'll protect you. At some point, someone will release you from the grimoire, so maybe then you'll find a way to defeat Lucifero." And then it cuts to Liebe in the way he is now as an adult. Let's see. That's how he looks there. This is in the anime, right? So, as an adult now, and that's the orb that he got from Asta in the devil binding ritual. And basically he's in the book and he's like, "I hate the devils, curse the devils, I'll kill them all." And he hates everybody. Although, not Lichte, because, she was the only one who cared for him. And through all those years, because I don't know how old he was there, but Asta's 17 at this point, so Liebe, I would imagine, is the same age. So for 10 plus years, he's inside this book. And after a certain while, because they say in this whole universe, you truly unlock your magic when you turn 15. So at that point, he unlocked the anti-magic, just naturally, just because he was that age. And then Asta got the grimoire, and etc. So after that whole scene, that's like the first part of the episode. And I'm telling you, dude, I was fucking crying. I've seen this episode 3 times. I cried every single time watching. Just Lichte screaming like, "Don't take away my son." Oh God, I'm getting so embarrassed talking about that. But it's true, man. I can't believe that, a character I've seen for one episode, and I'm that emotionally attached to her. It's crazy. So they have the battle because that's what Noct is having them do. They're having the devil binding ritual. And, Asta is not doing too well because he doesn't have an arm, he doesn't have any magic, and Liebe has the grimoire now and is throwing all the swords out there when Asta grabs Yami's katana in his left arm. And then you get the first opening again, the first opening theme, which is played a bunch of times, getting goosebumps again, and this is an even longer extended version. This is like a 4.5-minute version as opposed to the 3.5-minute version. And he's doing like a little dance, and you get like a silhouette of Kyoto, who was the guy he fought in the Seabed Temple, and then he's doing all these different moves. You get a silhouette of Licht, you get a silhouette of Fonzel, a silhouette of Mars, and a silhouette of Yami all through the battle. Liebe is taunting him, saying, "Oh, you have no magic, you'll never defeat me." And Asta says, "Yeah, I have no magic, but I have no magic, and I fought against all these powerful warriors." And it shows all 5 of them, all the most powerful warriors he's fought against. Kyoto, Yami, Fonzel, Mars, Licht, and they all give him the strength, and he gets them and defeats Liebe. And at that point, Noct is looking on, and he sort of like has like a smirk to him the whole time, and with his eyes closed. And Noct's like, "Oh, congratulations, Asta, you won. You're gonna say to the devil, you'll do as I wish." And then Asta says in typical Asta fashion, "Will you be my friend to fight these devils?" And at that point, Noct's eyes open. He's had his eyes closed the whole time, and his eyes open. He's like, "Oh, you fool." And Asta reveals a true fact, like, "You weren't trying to kill me. You don't want to hurt humans or whatever." And then Liebe's having these internal thoughts like, "Yep, it's definitely Lichte's kid." And it's like such a heartbreak. Like, they're the 2 brothers, man. It's like the foster brother and the real brother. It's like, oh my God, dude. You just, in the one episode, you see all the mannerisms of the mother and Asta. It's like, oh, why they take her away? So they shake hands and agree to work together as a team. not as like a servant like the other devils do, but as a team, and now Asta can call upon him as he wishes. And it was just a great touching moment. And then it cuts to another song, the ending theme of this particular arc, the song Beautiful, which again, another extended version. And it cuts to everyone in their respective locations. We have Noelle with Mimosa, Charmy, Gaja, and a bunch of others, and Leopold, Luck, all of them who were saved by the elves, who are going to be taught ancient magic by the elves in the 2 days they have remaining to save the day. And then it cuts over to Magna and Zora, which, dude, they're going to make an epic appearance. I guarantee it. I can't wait to see how they return. It doesn't cut to Gordon, although they do mention Gordon still with his father, so who knows how he'll return. Then it cuts to, in the Black Bull's hideout, we have Henry, Gauche, Gordon, and Vanessa, along with Finral, because Finral, was with Yami, but Yami got captured, so he's back with them. And they're like, we gotta surpass our limits for Captain Yami. And then the final one it shows is Yuno, who's training by himself, when in the bushes, you see fucking Longris. And I've said I hated Longris. I thought he was a jackass the whole time, but seeing him come out there and offer his help to train with Yuno was such an epic moment. And Yuno's like, I won't beg you, but stay and fight me, stay train me. It's like, oh my god, it's so awesome. So our guys are going to train for 2 more days, get ready for the Spade Kingdom invasion, and it was fucking awesome, dude. I'm telling you, I'm not ashamed. I got tears in my eyes watching this episode multiple times. The cues of the music, like how they place the music to fit with the certain scenes, I don't know how they do that, man. They do such a great job. You get goosebumps. I see the episode 3 times. I get goosebumps and I'm fucking crying when Alicia dies. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? But I can't wait to see how the series turns out in the anime. I'm gonna read the manga. Like I said, this ends for chapter 270 in the manga, and at this point the manga's up to 310. I don't know what happens from this point forward, so please don't spoil me, because I'm going to read and catch up, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And goddamn, how are they going to defeat these guys? I mean, they got 2 days to train. I don't know, man. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I can't wait to see what happens. There is an OVA, which came out in 2018, so it probably has no bearing to this particular plot, so maybe I'll check that out and do another Black Clover review in the future, but I can't recommend this series enough. The people who dropped it after the first 10 or so episodes really are missing out. I mean, you guys really are. So I suggest, I can't even really say to start watching from a certain point, because you have to be invested in these characters. And I do like how they make you care about everybody. Like even the scene with Gray and Gauche a few episodes ago, that was, like, I'm getting so emotional about it. I'm a grown man getting emotional about this. And even seeing a guy I hate, like I hate Longris, seeing him return was cool. Noelle leading the charge. I hope Gaja gets an epic moment, because he's sort of been there with his true lightning magic, and it's like we haven't really seen much. He does something here and there. I'd like to see him get an actual attack. And I'm predicting right now, because they showed you in the afterward that Zora and Magna are out there. I'm predicting they're going to make an epic return and save somebody from dying. I'm predicting that right now. I don't know, but that's what I think. And I wonder if, like, because Asta doesn't know, but Liebe knows that Liebe is Asta'S mother, but Asta doesn't know. So I wonder if Liebe will have like a heart-to-heart with him and talk about it. And like if he'll be able to manifest in the human world similar to how Nox devils manifest in the human world. So I can't wait to see what happens next. Like I said, I'm going to read the manga. I'm debating, like, should I just start reading from the beginning again, or just start reading from chapter 270? I think I might just start reading from the beginning, because I think the manga illustrations are better than how the anime was presented, but that's just me. So thank you for watching this series. Feel free to check the playlist. I'll have a playlist on the channel of all the reviews. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.